All right, here is a quick video overview and tutorial on how to program the Rockville Rockforce 384 specifically for Revival Church Phelan. So before we get into it, here's going to be a brief overview of everything that we're using here with regards to this board and some of the stuff that we can disregard. So let's just kind of start with what we can disregard. We are not utilizing the speed and the fade time. We are not utilizing these chase buttons, so you can ignore these. Bank up and down, you can also ignore. We're not going to use auto delete, music bank copy, tac sync display. So the only ones we're really going to use in this area is going to be our blackout, our program, add, and that's about it. We're not using the scan button. We are not paying attention to these numbers. The only thing that we will indicate is this blinking light here, is because the board is blacked out. Hence the reason it says blackout there. And then if I press blackout, it stops blinking because all the house lights are back on. So the round lights, the lights on the cross, and the wall lights are all our house lights. And our spotlights are actually hidden up there above the cross, and then in between a set of the lights in line with the projectors. Kind of hard to tell from this angle with this light seeing on. So we've identified blackout, program add, and the blinking blackout light. Okay. Again, these are our faders. So these faders are going to control each one of the lights. So in this case, 1, 2, and 3 are not being utilized for our house lights, but 4 through 12 are being used. You can reference the sheet that I have printed here nearby, but essentially number 4 is going to be the first set of can lights over the pulpit, all the way up through number 10, which is the last set of can lights above the sound booth, and then 11 controls the cross lights on the walls there, and number 12 are going to be our sidewall lights. These are our scenes. So we use scenes to quickly go from our pre-service lighting configuration to our welcome lighting configuration, to our worship, sermon, etc. through the line. I will have a sheet for you to reference so you know which scene does what. Below are our scanners. We are currently only utilizing the first and the second set. So the first set controls all of our house lights. The second set controls all of our spotlights. If you want to control either set apart from the scenes, you would have to press the button and the light would indicate that it's on. So for example, if I am on scene number 2, which has our spotlights on and most of our house lights, but let's just say in this case scenario, I want to turn off those wall lights. Well, how would I do that? I would make sure that this button for scanner 1 is selected, and then I know that the wall light is fader number 12. So I have to turn it all the way up in order to gain access to that light. Now, if we see 12 is on, now as my finger comes down, those lights then turn off. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring number 12 back up, and you'll see those lights come back on. That is a quick way to just adjust the lighting if it's not already pre-configured as a scene. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and turn that light back off, go back to our first scene, which has everything on except for the spotlights. And now our second scene has those spotlights on. Well, what if we want to turn off or adjust those spotlights? Well, if we want to adjust spotlights, we need to turn off the house light selection and turn on our spotlight selection. Currently, we're only utilizing 2 lights, which is light number 3 and light number 10 for our spotlights. So if I want to adjust light number 3, again, I'm going to turn it up and then turn it down. Now it's off. Same for number 10. And now it's off. So we can bring up the lighting a little bit brighter if we want to. And you can see this number correlates to its brightness level. It's not really brightness level, but it's the simplest way to describe it in this case scenario because it's just a bright light, single color. All right, now if we want to go ahead and let's just say we want to go to our next scene, no problem. Oops, excuse me. We're going to go to our next scene, no problem. And then we get to number 7, and then number 8 has nothing on it. And we want to program a new light scene for number 8. Let's go ahead and program a light scene now together. So I'm going to start with the house lights. And then let's just say I only want the cross lit up. So I turned it all the way up. And maybe I just want only the side walls, which I know is number 12. Great. That's all I want. But maybe we want to add one spotlight to this scene. So now we're going to unselect that. Now unselecting it changes it to this has no control over anything anymore. So I could do this all day long and it doesn't impact anything. You see that? 10, 11, 12, nothing's happening. It's not adjusting them because I am no longer controlling the light. But now I want to control the spotlights. And maybe I only want to control spotlight number 3. You see it's not on. I'm going to start bringing up the intensity on that light. There we are. That's max lighting. Maybe I want to dim it some. Perfect. I like it like this. All right. So again, you see how it's pretty bright up there. Now, if I unselect that light, I can go ahead and move this fader and it does nothing because it's not controlling anything anymore. Now to program this scene, I'm going to hit the program button and hold it until you see the light blinking on program. Then I want to hit add. And then I'm going to select channel 8 or scene 8 because that's where I want to save it. You're going to see the lights blink on the board. And now it's programmed. To end the programming cycle, we're going to hold down program once again. Once it's completed, you'll see that it does this blackout button or light. So you'll need to hit blackout one time to bring all the lights back on. Now we want to go ahead and see if our scenes work. So we're going to go to scene 1, which we know is everything with no spotlight. Perfect. And now we're going to select scene 8, which is the one we just programmed. Now, if we want to put this back, we're going to follow the same steps again. So again, the wall light was 12, the back was 11 on the house lights. House lights, number 12 and number 11. We turned those all the way up. Now we'll bring them all the way down. Now we need to control the spotlight, which I believe was number 3. Unselect the house lights. Now select the spotlights. Select channel 3. Slide it all the way up. Slide it all the way down. Now everything is off again. Let's go ahead and save that to scene number 8. We're going to go ahead and hold down program until the program light blinks. Then we're going to hit add. It's just a quick press. Number 8. All these lights will blink. Then we're going to hold program once again. And then we're going to select blackout once more. And we'll go back to our first scene. Scene number 1. Scene number 8 should now have no lights on again. And that is how you program a light scene. All right. And then when you leave the church, just make sure you black out the lights. And all the lights are off.